Okay, so I've just opened up my assignment and I'm going to close the assignment brief window just so I have a little more room to work. And I've decided that 88 beats per minute is about right for me. If you do feel like changing this tempo though, you just have to scroll to whatever tempo you want. Like let's say I wanted to be a little slower, I want it to be at 80. I'll let it go. And then it says, do you want to adjust? You want to say no, you do not want to adjust. What will happen if you do is that it'll change pitch. So don't do that. Stay in concert B flat. So now I'm at 80 beats per minute. So I want to go back to 88. Once again, don't adjust. Okay, so I'm going to turn the metronome on and I'm going to go record my first rhythmic cell. So I'm going to add an instrument. I'm going to do add track and I'm going to record from my microphone. So I'm going to hit add mic. There it is. I have my metronome. I'm going to turn the volume of my metronome down a little bit so that I can hear a little better. And if I wanted to, I could play with the default sound. I could have either a rim shot or a bleep, or maybe I'll go with the rim instead of the default sound. But here's my tempo, and the metronome is green, so it's on. So I'm going to record in this track. When I click on source, it's telling me that it's coming from my channel 1 in my computer. Yours may look different. I have an audio interface hooked up here. But anyway, I'm going to click start and I'm going to record rhythmic cell number 3. So I've got it. Looks pretty good. It's really loud. I'm going to turn that off. So I'm going to bring it down. And maybe I'm going to adjust my recording level for next time. Now, adjusting volume is something we do in band all the time. I'm constantly telling you, you're too loud, you're too soft. So it's the same thing here. Now I'm going to add another track. I'm going to add another voice track. Just another microphone, and I'm going to go back to the beginning, and this time I'm going to record the same rhythmic cell, but I'm going to do it in the key of, I'm going to play an F. So now I've got both of those going on. I'm starting to build this little band now. I can take this track and copy it. Watch this. I'm going to add a new track. And I'm just going to copy this. Command C for copy. I'm going to come down here. Command V, paste. So I've doubled that part. Now it is super loud, so I'm going to bring it down. I recorded it a little too close to the mic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch that up. Watch this. I'm going to go into the editor and I'm going to pitch it up by, here's a half step and here's a whole step. So now this is going to be a fun sounding chord. I'm going to move the drone out of the way. I'm going to have the drone start at measure 5. So now I have this cool chord happening. It's still a little loud, so I'm going to bring all this stuff down. So I've got a cool little rhythmic cell happening. Now I can also add some reverb to it. Each channel has its own little reverb source. So I'm going to bring the reverb up to almost 50% on each track. And we're going to see what that sounds like. Now we're talking. Now my first part, I'm going to pan it to the left. I'm going to keep the middle part in the middle, and I'm going to pan the right track to the right. This other track to the right. Now it's starting to sound a little more full. So I think the drone is going to start to come in right around here. And then I'm going to loop all of these parts. So let's just look in the editor now. I just want to make sure I have exactly 4 bars. So you can see that I don't. Right here I have goes into measure 5. So I'm going to pull it back, and you'll see that it snaps right into place. Here's another one. Just going to make sure that it snaps there. So I have exactly 4 bars to play with. And what this is going to allow me to do when I do it on all the tracks is that I can loop all of these things out. So I'm going to let this just go. I'm going to hit this little loop button here, right? And it's just going to loop for me. Now I don't have to play it over and over again. I've recorded it once. I just want it to go for a while. So I'm going to do that to all of these tracks. And if you look closely in there, you'll see a little white slash where the loop starts and stops. Got to zoom in a little bit to see it. There. So now I've got my rhythmic cell all done the way I want it to be.